Welcome back to the channel. We are back and we are going to start in Genesis chapter 8. If you haven't joined us for chapters 1 through 7, please make sure you watch the previous videos to catch up with us today. Before we begin our one chapter reading, for those of you that are new and don't know, I'm using the Starting Place Study Bible, the NIV version, the New International Version. And I just read a chapter a day here on YouTube for all of us who are busy and for most of us who just want to get started somewhere in the Bible. So just join me before we begin in saying the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, thou art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. All right, we are starting here at chapter 8 in Genesis, so join me. But God remembered Noah and all the wild animals and the livestock that were with him in the ark, and he sent a wind over the earth, and the waters receded. Now the spring of the deep and the floodgates of the heavens had been closed, and the rain had stopped falling from the sky. The water receded steadily from the earth. At the end of the 150 days, the water had gone down, and on the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat, or Ararat. The waters continued to recede until the 10th month. On the first day of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains became visible. I want to pause here. So excuse me if I can't pronounce anything. I'm a human being. And some words and names and things are hard to pronounce in the Bible. So I'm trying my best. If you know how to pronounce it, great. I don't, so I will just keep reading along. After 40 days, Noah opened the window he had made in the ark and sent out a raven, and it kept flying back and forth until the water had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water had receded from the surface of the ground. But the dove could find nowhere to perch because the water was over the surface of the earth. So it returned to Noah in the ark. Okay, let's go back because he's sending out a raven and a dove. The raven didn't return. I want to make sure I'm reading this correctly. After 40 days, Noah opened the window he had made in the ark and sent out a raven, and it kept flying back and forth until the water had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water had receded from the surface of the ground. But the dove could find nowhere to perch because there was water over all the surface of the earth, so it returned to Noah in the ark. Okay, I'll keep reading. He reached out his hand and took the dove and brought it back to himself in the ark. He waited 7 more days and again sent out the dove from the ark. When the dove returned to him in the evening, there in his beak was a freshly plucked olive leaf. Then Noah knew that the water had receded from the earth. He waited 7 more days and sent the dove out again, but this time it did not return to him. So it looks like the earth is now habitable since the dove did not return. By the first day of the first month of Noah's 601st year, the water had dried up from the earth. Noah then removed the covering from the ark and saw that the surface of the ground was dry. By the 27th day of the 2nd month, the earth was completely dry. Then God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. Bring out every kind of living creature that is with you, the birds, the animals, and all the creatures that move along the ground, so they can multiply." So they can multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in number on it. So Noah came out together with his sons and his wives and his sons' wives, all the animals and all the creatures that move along the ground and all the birds. Everything that moves on land came out of the ark, one kind after another. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord. Taking some of the clean animals and clean birds, he sacrificed burnt offerings on it. The Lord smelled. Oh, wait a second. This is okay. So all of the animals have now just come out of the ark. Then Noah builds an altar to the Lord, and he takes, it says, taking some of all the clean animals and clean birds, he sacrificed burnt offerings. So this is where I have to do research, because if there were only two kinds of each animal, and Noah just took some of the clean animals and clean birds and sacrificed them as burnt offerings, would that have did he just instinct some of the animals? Am I making sense here? Please leave a comment below. See, this is why I would have to do some research on it, because that's what I mean. If there's two birds, like two of each kind of animal, and they just got off the boat and he's sacrificing the animals. But it also doesn't say like a time frame. Noah, it says all the animals came out. Then Noah built an altar. How long did it take the altar to be built? And like, did you build the altar the same day and start snatching animals, and the two animals that were like that came off the ship are now extinct because you just sacrificed them? Or was this over a time period? I have to do research on that one. All right, so let's move on though. I'll start back here. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and taking some of all the clean animals and clean birds, he sacrificed burnt offerings on it. The Lord smelt the pleasing aroma and said in his heart, "Never again will I curse the ground because of humans, even though every inclination of the human heart is evil from childhood." We are born with sin. And never again will I destroy all living creatures as I have done. As long as the earth endures, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night will never cease. You have just completed chapter 8. Thank you for joining me. Please join me next time in chapter 9. And once again, always read the Bible for yourself, because as you can see here, I got stumbled and my brain is thinking. So I need to do some type of research or reading up on this, read up some commentary on Noah building an ark and then sacrificing some animals. And it may just not be known. And that sometimes happens in the Bible. Like, we just don't know if those animals were extinct, or if like the time frame between, there may be some information out there or there may not. So, but if you're always curious, do some research, read the Bible for yourself. And that's why we read a chapter a day, and because it's going to make you think, it's going to make you want to know more and digest this Bible. And it is good. This is our history. This is our real history, our real, this is the blueprint for us. So we're only in the beginning. We're only in the Old Testament. And like I said, join us for chapter 9 in the next video. And if you haven't caught up, please go watch the previous videos. You can also share these videos and read them or watch them with your family. See you next time.